Hello and welcome to episode 3 of The Rubber Match. I am your host, Seth Weber. With me always, my hetero life mate, Brian Freeland.
I'm here on speakerphone without ear pods, just like Ted the Tool Man Tool.
That character we all love and wish they would reboot in some gritty origin story. It's been a while for the viewers. It has not been a while since we played, but for us, it's been quite a few weeks actually.
Yeah,
because life gets in the way. Yeah, something like that. It's been like a month or a month and a week, something like that. But where we left off was you were going up to Pittsburgh as far as teams go, and I was going down to the Blackhawks, which is a rematch of what we had on one of our, I think the one that didn't get recorded.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But just going the opposite way.
All right.
All right.
I'm definitely going to need a recap of what these buttons do. X is pass.
Yes, X is pass.
Square is...
It's been a minute for me, too. I think circle shoots.
Circle shoots. X is like a flip or something.
Yes, I think that's right. Or maybe or triangle is. I don't know. This is good for us.
And then we change.
X changes circle speed boost on defense.
Right.
And hits. Yeah. So why was it 4 or 5 weeks since we've last recorded?
We moved from Salem, Massachusetts to Foxborough, Massachusetts. Apparently there's a football team that we're like 3 miles away. We're 3 miles away from Gillette Stadium. I say there's a football team here, like I don't know it's the New England Patriots.
It's one of those football teams. I don't know what they're called.
But so this morning I went out for brunch, and everybody was like taking pictures. There was a really nice, I don't even know what kind of car it was. It was like an expensive car outside the parking lot, and somebody walked past us, and people were trying to surreptitiously take pictures. I guess it's like a starting lineman for the Patriots, Damian.
Ooh.
Someone
desperate for fame over there, huh?
Yeah. So I got a bigger kick because he was with this girl, and they did an awkward hug in the parking lot, and then she got in her car, and he went to his, and she was carrying leftovers from breakfast. And so, like, that was more interesting to me than I was like, what's the story there? That's what I want to know.
That's interesting. You know, he didn't leave any leftovers.
No, he was
large gentleman.
Lineman is that's I'm gonna take a guess here. Offense.
It could be either. There's both.
Okay.
They're usually of the larger size. Not to say that they're not athletic, because they most definitely are and can run a lot faster than you would think they can.
I mean, this guy was all muscle. Like, and he had legs like tree trunks. So I don't, football's fine. They're not rugby players, but rugby players exist.
That's true.
So football players can dream. So, yeah.
So we know what side of the fence you come down on.
Absolutely. So we the move to Foxborough.
How far is that from Salem?
It's about an hour.
An hour, okay.
About an hour from Salem, so not too bad. But we're right off 95, so it's pretty quiet here. We are right next to a cemetery. My daughter's getting used to it. She doesn't know why we can't take the stroller everywhere, because we're so used to walking downtown Salem. And I was like, oh, hey, we're suburban now. So, so yeah, now we drive. It's not too bad. We're like still settling in, trying not to unpack too much. I did get this set up last week and tried it out. So, yeah. So that's basically like that's been life for me.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I
Internet
can't.
connection quality is low. The share play connection might be lost.
Uh-oh.
It's getting a little. I don't know. It's getting a little glitchy, but it's not terrible.
Okay.
But yeah. Anyway, so I've been teaching summer school, starting a new job soon.
Oh.
And yeah, that's been life for me. What about for you?
Yeah, it's really been work, and we just got back from the in-laws outside of Houston. I'm taking next week off though, because we're going to San Antonio to like a hotel that has like a water park in it.
Okay.
And we're spending a couple nights there, and then coming back because my daughter starts school next week or the week after.
Okay.
So yeah, we're kind of we're jamming a whole bunch of things in at the very end of the summer.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah.
So what's the park in? Oh, that's right. I'm going the other way. What's the park in San Antonio?
Oh well, it's part of a hotel. Like,
oh,
it's like on the property. They have like a lazy river and like a bunch of slides and things.
Okay.
So it's all sort of included in the extremely expensive hotel room.
What are temperatures down there right now?
I mean, like on a good day, it's 100, and then, I mean, it's been varying between 102, 105. Like, we're happy if it goes down under 100.
Yeah, that's just a whole other world down there.
Yeah, so it's all fine. It's all good.
Now, growing up in Maryland, do you feel like you've gotten used to it?
Did I just pass that into my own goal? Fuck. No. I mean, like, it's like the sun is intense down here. Like, they talk about, I mean, it's definitely not a dry heat, so don't let anyone tell you that.
Right.
It's still humid and nasty. It's not as humid and nasty as say like Florida, but it's pretty bad.
Uh-huh.
But the sun is like a different type of intensity, and it's like crazy hot. Like it feels so much hotter than the air is.
It's amazing. Nope. All right. So let's. What have you been watching?
I've been dipping into a few things. I haven't finished or gotten. I think I'm on episode 4 or 5 of The Old Man. On FX. I'm pretty.
So I think there's just one. I haven't watched the most recent one.
Okay.
So yeah, let's talk about The Old Man.
Yeah, I really dig it. It's definitely a slow burn, but like the twists that they dish out are really good.
Yeah.
I felt like the cast, like it. So it stars shit. Why am I blanking on his name?
Jeff
Bridges. Yeah,
Amy
and
Brenneman.
Wait, who?
Amy Brenneman.
Okay.
And
John Lithgow and Ali Shawkat.
Elia Shawkat, yeah. Who?
Yeah.
I was actually like surprised. She got some. Why did that guy?
I don't know.
Yeah. Oh my God! At least once a week, I put it in my own goal.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I didn't realize for the first few. Well, I mean, like you don't see her until like I think the second episode. But even then, I didn't realize it was her, and I definitely didn't recognize her voice on the phone.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so we're just giving spoilers?
Didn't say when the phone was. But I thought the casting of Jeff Bridges, younger Jeff Bridges, was really good.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like he looks like him, not like Jeff Bridges necessarily, but like it's believable.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And actually, even the casting for the young John Lithgow.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. It's I'm seeing it. I'm with you there.
Yeah, it's really good, and I really dig the sort of like, CIA operatives from the 80s having to sort of come to terms with the bed that they made,
for
and
sure.
all the shit they stirred up around the world.
Oh, nice shot. Nice shot. Yeah, no, the premise is good. It's based off of a book. I didn't know that until after I started that. Usually that's when I stopped watching. But I've tried to be a little better about that, just a little bit more, because otherwise I don't get to watch anything.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Holy!
Oh man, I thought that went in.
I thought that went in too.
What else are you watching right now?
So if we're talking about Netflix, I finished The Bear. The Bear was easily bingeable. Yeah. Did you check it out at all?
I haven't yet. No, it's on my list that I want to. Because the trailer, when I saw the first trailer that came out for it, I was like, oh man, this looks intense.
I'm trying to. I don't know. I didn't watch Shameless at all, but the character who played Lip in Shameless, I'm blanking on his name right now. I
definitely didn't watch it all. Oh,
nice.
Crosby, gotta watch out for Crosby.
But yeah, so I will say the penultimate episode, I think it's episode 7, is a single take over
really?
Yeah, over a day in the kitchen. And I think I was listening to what's his name? Pop Culture Happy Hour, Glenn Weldon, that said that it will be studied in film class, and I believe that.
Yeah.
I mean, it is.
That's pretty miraculous.
It's something else. It really is. Oh, that was poetry. It is one of the best episodes of television I think I've ever seen. Yeah. There was a time, my wife and I don't watch the same shows. We just have different interests. Yeah. And so there's a part of that episode where I just went, and she thought something terrible had happened, and I explained to her it was the show, and then come on, defense. She had to watch it, and when she watched it, she didn't get the same reaction.
But she was also expecting it to happen at least one point in that episode, right?
Yeah, for sure.
She was on a heightened state.
But yeah, it is. It's been renewed for a second season.
That's good.
And I'm interested to see where it goes. Oh,
there we go.
Yeah.
I've also been. I've gotten through 2 or 3 episodes of Primal, which is streaming on HBO Max, but it shows originally on Adult Swim, I think. Oh, what happened? There we go.
No, I did that. Oh, hold on, because as we talk about things, I'm crossing them off a highlighter off my list. All right. Hold on. I thought I had the cap on. I just punched my thumb down at the top of my highlighter, and now my thumb is all right. That's OCD is gonna bother me.
Just covered in highlighter.
It is. It's like a pink highlighter, which is the color I use when I'm crossing things off my list. It's the only color. I use.
Yeah, that's of course. You wouldn't use green for that. That's ridiculous.
No. Green is for when I am using my calendar, and it's for recreational and activities and when I'm working out.
Yep, that makes sense. Primal.
Primal.
It's on Adult Swim. It's made by Gendy Tartakovsky.
Okay.
Who made Samurai Jack and Powerpuff Girls and Dexter's Laboratory too, I think. And Hotel Transylvania, if you're into that scene.
I've seen them all.
Yeah. It is about I will say it's not scientific, but it's about a caveman who is living in the time of dinosaurs. And in the first episode, loses his family and befriends a dinosaur who's in a similar situation. And then they just survive. There's no dialogue. There's a lot of yelling, like just screaming, like guttural yelling and roaring, but there's zero dialogue. And it's intense and action filled and bloody, and it's fucking awesome.
Okay.
And it's like only he could pull that show off. And Adult Swim is like, it feels like classic Adult Swim. And oh shit! Good job, Billy.
Holy shit, that was pretty good.
That was a good game. That was really good.
All
right, let me look.
Here's what I think. I think that was pretty close. So,
do you want to run it again, or you want to go up one?
I think
because if we go up one, you'd be Nashville, and they're also a 72 like Pittsburgh is. And if I went down one, I'd be Montreal, and they're down 1 point from where Chicago was.
All right, let's do it. Okay.
So we're gonna do Montreal and Nashville.
So I watched the Beastie Boys documentary.
Okay.
Which prompted me to I had to drive. I had a long drive. Where did I have to go? Go back to. I think I'm trying to remember. I think I drove down to Maryland. That sounds about right. Yeah. So it prompted me to get the audiobook and listen to the audiobook. And let me just tell you that the audiobook is also one of the best audiobooks I've ever listened to, because there are chapters by Joseph Simmons, also known as Run from Run DMC.
Yep.
John C. Reilly, Steve Buscemi.
John C. Reilly. Like they
Rosie
read it
Perez.
or
They're reading chapters.
Okay.
Bobby Cannavale, Chloe Sevigny, Colson Whitehead, Maya Rudolph, LL Cool J, Tim Meadows, Ben Stiller, Wanda Sykes, Snoop Dogg, Talib Kweli, Rachel Maddow.
That's an expensive-ass audiobook to make.
Bette Midler, Spike Jonze, Will Ferrell, Elvis Costello, Mixmaster Mike, Chuck P, and Amy Poehler.
Wow.
I was reading that list, and you fucking scored on me.
I did read that. I did. That's exactly what happened. And I'd do it again.
But yeah, it is. Just to hear John C. Reilly read part of her audiobook is was worth it for me.
Yeah.
But no, it's like, so the documentary is good, but the audiobook is great.
Huh.
So, yeah.
Oh, fuck. You knocked me into the fucking jail. You knocked me into the seats.
Oh,
knocked me into the seats and then scored on me.
Yeah. So.
Interesting.
Yeah. You know, it's.
I have like a bunch of Audible credits. I might pick that up.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely worth it. And I mean, thank you, goalie. I mean, you've some drives back and forth to Houston, right?
Yeah, but that's a different beast. Like, would you play that in the car with your kid?
No.
Because mine would not tolerate it. It would not happen.
No.
Like I was lucky to like listen to some like older music today. I mean, like my daughter now has like her pop female playlist, and so that is the majority of what we end up listening to.
Yikes.
Yeah. It's Katy Perry and Carly Rae Jepsen and some Taylor Swift and yeah.
Damn it. My daughter and I have been playing a game we invented called Italian Butthole.
I can't wait to hear the rules.
So it all started when my wife was trying to clip my daughter's fingernails, and I was just trying to distract her because she doesn't like having her fingernails clipped. So I held up my fingers like I was like holding something, and she wanted to see what I was holding. Oh, come on, give it. So I bunched all my fingers together. Bunched my fingers together, and I made that like stereotypical, like, you know, like the Italian sign where all my fingers are bunched. And like a, you know,
but it was forward facing instead of up, right?
No, it was up, like I was holding an ice cream cone. And I had been told that like Italians like make that sound when they don't like something because it mimics a puckered asshole.
Okay.
So my daughter said so she doesn't know the difference between how, what, and who right now. So she goes, "Who you have?" Meaning like, what do you have? And I just went, "Italian butthole." and she grabbed the top of this imaginary cone and pretended to eat it. And so that's the whole game. I go, "Italian butthole," and she grabs it from me and goes, and mouths it. Very simple rules. There are only 2 people in this house who enjoy that game.
Yep. So it's not a race to be the first one to eat it then.
No. Sometimes I eat it. Sometimes she eats it.
But it definitely does not go to waste.
No, never goes to waste. Wait, did you just score? What happened?
No, it's the end of the period.
Oh, okay. You're still up 3-1.
What the?
Did I just do it
again?
Know.
I
just did it again. I told you once a game, one of those goals is mine. I think that's what happens when you turn it to manual. Come on. Ooh. So yeah, that's there you go, Italian butthole. Now you're just gonna find a way to like monetize it somehow or get it trending.
Well, yeah. Once we start rolling stuff out, that's got to be a shirt, right? It's got to be.
I got to tell you, Nashville, I'm not really feeling it.
You know, not so much didn't have the same pep as Pittsburgh did, huh?
Yeah, no. We did take my daughter last night to see the DC League of Super Pets.
Okay, all right.
2 stars out of 5. What? Who am I talking
someone else
to?
has other feedback.
I'm talking to Uncle Seth. Hey, did we see the Super Pets movie yesterday?
Hello.
Hey, Cameron. Hey, look at me. It's Italian Butthole. Good job, baby. Just tell a story about you. Yeah, 2 stars. Nashville's not the team.
No, it doesn't seem like it. I don't know how they're on the same level as Pittsburgh apparently.
Okay, you go pee-pee in the potty. Step over the wire. Have fun.
Oops.
She's potty training.
Oh yeah.
She had an accident. She pooped in her undies.
Yep.
And we're like, uh-oh. So I'm like, what? Casey, how can I help? I don't I don't do well. And the poop fell out of her undies on the floor. And
as it's one to do.
And my daughter says, "There's poop on the floor, god damn it."
Not wrong. You're lucky you don't have a dog. That's all I'll say.
Oh man, wait, did that happen to you once?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
When my daughter was potty training, that definitely happened. And we never looked at our dog the same way after that.
No.
And when my son started potty training, we were like, oh man, we got to watch you, because any time that happened, it was, oh Jesus Christ. It was all like, okay, where's the dog at? We got to make sure that she just come over here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Ooh, get out of there. Take it to the side.
No goalie. No goalie.
Oh man, I think I don't know. I'm kind of feeling like a 3 out of 5 today.
Oh no!
Oh my god!
I think my guy had it and checked him into the goal.
It's only the second period. No, yeah. I think Pittsburgh.
We can run it. We can run it back with just those same teams.
Yeah, we could. Okay.
I did manage to get my kids into, like, my son started watching. So they watch kids YouTube while they're like getting their teeth brushed and like getting ready for the day. It just makes it so much easier to do things.
Sure.
And he started watching Mario Party videos. And I was like, oh well, I mean, I love Mario Party.
Yeah.
I love it so much. We made a belt, and I was in possession of that belt because I was unbeaten for so long. And I was like, okay, well, let me see what they got on the Switch. And they have two. They have the newest one on the Switch, but then they have like a Superstars that like has like 5 boards from the old games and then a bunch of the older mini games, like redone. Okay. And I was like, okay, well, let's get that one, because those were kind of the ones that he was watching. And we got that one, and we've been playing it like a couple of times a week now. So I've got my kids.
So your son is exactly 2 weeks older than my daughter. So is he playing?
He is not. I wouldn't say he's playing very well. It as much as like, but that game is a little bit forgiving, and there are some of the mini games that are more luck based than they are skill based. Most of them are skill based. He still has a really good time, and like he was always asking to play it. And you can also just play mini games, and so like we'll do that and go around in a circle and like pick which mini games we want to play, and he typically picks the same one every time. Okay. So he's really into it. But I just bought yesterday. I just bought Mario Kart because that one has a auto accelerate and like a steering assist for like accessibility features and for kids. And so I had him do some of those races this morning, and one of them he actually won, and the other one he came in like fourth or something like that. He was like the middle of the pack, and I was like, well, that like he can at least hold his own on it. Like I'm good with that. So that's a good one too. But the problem that I'm coming into, and I feel like my wife isn't saying anything to me, is that like I don't want to let them win.
Oh yeah.
What are your have you had to be competitive with your daughter yet?
Have I had to be competitive with her?
Like have you played a game or whatever where like
yes,
like it would have required you to like play worse in order to lose?
Hungry Hippos.
And did you do it?
Most of the time I hold back, but I still win. So I would say it is, because if I win, actually, you know what? I don't know if she would. She doesn't get seem to be too frustrated right now about losing games.
Yeah.
And I think probably because I've kept the ratio of 70-30, or she doesn't really know about winning, losing, especially with Hungry Hippos, where like the fun is, smashing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The hippo sound, yeah. So, that's a really good question. So Casey and I, my wife and I are both gamers. Casey's better than I am. She always has been. But the question has always been, when do we want our daughter to play? And we haven't really resolved that. But she, obviously she sees both of us play. She still thinks she's watching a movie. So, oof. It's
Patrick.
This is also the first game where you've gotten double digits.
Yeah, this is I don't know how.
So yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, it's tough because they throw in a couple of features in Mario Party. Like they have these bonus stars. You can give handicaps to play people, so you can have them start out with stars, and then the bonus stars are kind of random, but they also kind of favor the people that do well in the mini games. So like I'm kind of feeling like we probably have to turn them off because I tend to always get them, and then it just becomes like not fair at all. But I'm also kind of like, when I play that game, like it's a cutthroat experience, and so like it's really hard for me to turn that off. And I've been trying to, and like not steal stars and things from my kids, but it's really tough.
Yeah. Now, what about your daughter? Will she get upset? Because she's probably old enough now to like really know what's going on. Will she get upset if you steal stars from her?
She won't. She would, especially like the other night we were playing. It was me and my son and my daughter, and we were playing against the computer. And we were ganging up on the computer, and I was stealing stuff from the computer, so that made it a little bit easier. And then when it got to the very end, something happened where she had enough coins for a star, and she had one of those like golden warp pipes that would take her straight to the star. But then I landed on a Bowser space and she lost 10 coins, and then something else happened. She ended up with like no coins, and she couldn't get the star, and she had in her mind that like she was going to win if she had gotten that.
Sure.
And even if she had, I got both of the bonus stars, so I would have won it anyway. But she was just like, she really thought she was going to, and I could kind of tell that it was like she's finished second the past 2 games, and I could tell that she's right on that verge, like she really needs a win.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I know how
I don't
you
know.
feel.
I don't know what happened there. I really don't.
All right.
Numbers-wise, it should have been the same.
It should have. All right. Yep. Here's what we do. We do 3 out of 5. We do 3 out of 5 tonight. I want to go back to Pittsburgh, and you drop one.
I dropped one. Okay. From Montreal, I dropped one?
Yes.
Okay. Let me look. So after Montreal, it's Buffalo. So Buffalo and Pittsburgh. Okay.
All right, let's see how this is. The only other game that I played, I think I finished this right around the time before we last recorded, was I played Fallen Order. Jedi Fallen Order.
Oh, yeah. How'd you like that?
I really, really enjoyed it.
It's like one of those games. It's that Souls type game where like it's if you wander into the wrong areas early on in the game, you'll just get wrecked.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and that definitely happened to me.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, like wherever I am not ready for this. But I had a lot of fun with it, and I understand that there is a second game sequel coming.
There is. They just announced it. Yeah, they just announced it a little bit, or they just unveiled it not that long ago.
Okay. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with it, and I'm looking forward to it. I thought it was really well done.
Yeah, I have to go back to it. I didn't finish it, so I do need to go back to it. I do feel like that character. I could see that character popping up in some of especially some of the show stuff.
Absolutely.
That they've been doing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he shows up.
And what about Andor? Have you?
That trailer. The trailer looks dope. It really does.
Yeah.
I'm super excited.
Yeah.
It's like it's a good, like, it's a sort of pre-Rogue One, pre-original trilogy time that I'm super interested in.
Yeah.
Because while Obi-Wan was okay, like, it's that time period, I'm just kind of like, I'm not interested.
Right.
And even that, like, I'm also like, I don't know if you watched it or you finished it or whatever.
What? Obi-Wan?
Yeah.
I haven't started it yet. No, I've been, the only other, I haven't been watching like a lot of content. I did finally sit down and watch Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, which is, I think, the first Marvel movie that I've seen not in theaters. I couldn't find the time to get there. But yeah, other than the shows that we've talked about and that movie, I've been reading more at night. So I've
been putting off. I didn't see the latest Spider-Man because I hadn't seen the second Spider-Man.
Okay.
Like the European one, the Mysterio one. Yeah. So I've been putting that off, and now I'm like, oh fuck! Now I'm like way behind the eight ball because I can't watch Doctor Strange, and I'm like, oh god damn it! I've got like I still have to finish Mrs. Marvel.
I've gotten so bored with Miss Marvel. And which is I really like that character. I think like halfway through, and I don't know. It's I don't know who's like approving scripts, but I just for me, Marvel seems to it's not like they've plateaued a little bit. I'm not really excited.
I was definitely pumped for that Wakanda Forever trailer though.
Oh yeah, yes. That so they've been presented with an interesting opportunity, and I hope they take full advantage of it.
It's going to be interesting.
And Letitia Wright must love those Disney checks because she backs real quick. And it's also rumored that Riri Williams Ironheart will debut in the movie. Yeah. But I don't know. You know how those rumors go. Blade. It was rumored that Blade was supposed to show up in Moon Knight, and that didn't happen. So. Yeah.
But he did show up at Comic-Con, right? Like they announced it at Comic-Con. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember the actor, but he like walked up there and like put the hat on.
Yeah, Mahershala Ali. Yeah.
Which is interesting because he was in Luke Cage, right? He played the bad guy in Luke Cage.
Yeah, in the first season. Oh, that's
yeah. Oh,
nice. From far away. I was not.
Yeah, I'd like. I only just kicked his foot out, and it went under him. God damn it!
All right. If we're talking about actors we're excited to be in Marvel franchises, I saw Thor: Love and Thunder, and there's a cameo of Brett Goldstein from Ted Lasso.
Oh, really?
As Hercules.
As Hercules.
As Hercules.
Oh, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
I'd watch that movie.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Ted Lasso. I very nearly just scored my own goal again.
It was very close. I thought for sure it was about to happen.
Yeah, same.
Ooh. Crosby.
Oh.
Buffalo is sluggish as hell.
I don't hate it.
Ooh. Get it out. Oh, that pass was right there. What else? My wife and I, we were at the in-laws a bit ago. We finished the Return of the Obra Dinn, which I think I had talked about before.
Yeah.
But I think I had started it when we were. It trickled in. Motherfucker. All right. We had started it, or I had started it, and then I showed it to her, and then we proceeded to play the rest of the game together.
Okay.
It is unlike anything else that's out there. It's awesome. It's an awesome game. I think that the ending's just a tiny bit lackluster. I was hoping for a little bit more, but the experience of it and like the puzzle solving is unlike anything else I've ever played before.
All right.
And I immediately started searching for like what other games are like this, and there's like, oh, what am I doing? Like, there's no other games like this. That's why he made it.
Right.
And the fact that it's like the work of like a single mind and a single person is crazy.
All right, I'm sold.
Yeah, it's super interesting.
You know how like my dissertation like reading list. Now I'm not even talking about articles, which is like probably it just gets longer every week, right?
Yeah.
That's the articles I feel like the need to read. Well, I also have like a reading list for books. So not only am I trying to work my way through this reading list of books like Husserl's Phenomenology and how to complete a doctoral dissertation in 15 minutes a day. So I also, at night, started the super light reading of James Joyce's Ulysses.
Okay.
Because why not?
Why not? It's a fun read.
And I am only averaging about 10 pages. For some reason I felt good about that. I'm only averaging about 10 pages a day. And I have the annotated version, but I also have another complete book that's just annotations. So, So it takes a while because even 10 pages of reading is still probably at least 20 to 25 pages a night. It's like, holy shit.
Yes.
Oh. All right, that's getting serious. It's getting 89 degrees in here.
We got a period and a minute left.
And I had a lead.
Ooh. On that.
We got sluggish ass Buffalo. I got my Penguins.
Ooh.
Holy shit!
Yes. The other thing I got that I was playing with the kids is that cat game on PS4, Stray.
That cat game?
Yeah, like you control a cat.
Okay. Is it like
it's like a realistic cat.
Okay.
It's like a very light puzzle / exploration game. They really like just running around with the cat. But it's good. It's good so far what I played of it.
Okay. So here's my question for you. There are games, so Returnal came out last year, but it was only for PS5 exclusives.
Yeah.
There are games that they're starting to roll out this year that are PS5 exclusives.
Yeah.
When do you think you're going to make the switch?
Right now, I probably won't. Like, it's gonna have to take like quite a bit, I think, to get me to buy another console.
Yeah.
I'd be more inclined to buy the next Oculus before I bought another regular console. There would have to be like a killer app, which I just don't see happening. Like something that was like, oh man, that looks like something I've never played before, and I can only play it there. And it would have to be like something real big, and it might even have to be a couple of those in order for me to put that money out. Like at this point, I just like I don't know what it gets me. Like I get the idea that like it can load stuff on the fly, and like that new Ratchet and Clank sounds really cool, and it sounds like they use that really well.
Right.
But it doesn't sound like anybody else is doing that quite yet. So I think it's like it may end up being closer. If I do get one, it may be end up closer to the end of the life cycle than it is the beginning this time around. Just so that like everything is cheaper and
right.
The games they're putting out will be full use of the system. I think they're still like discovering what they can do with it right now. Sadie. Dog's going crazy for something. Speaking of Ted Lasso, they had a Funko Pop for him that was exclusive to Comic-Con.
Oh, really?
And they sold it. They're selling it in the store now. I don't know like how many they have, but I grabbed one. I was like, nice. I'm in need of that, and I'm hoping that they bring out a Roy Kent and a Coach Beard.
How
did I miss that?
Absolutely. I am.
Oh, now I did it.
Okay. Getting competitive. I think I took a break from it for a while. There was really no reason. I think my wife and I were watching it together, and then I don't know, for some reason we like stopped. So I got to speak quietly because I don't want her to know this. I've started watching it by myself. Hi, honey. Oh my God.
Throw them hats on there.
So I've started watching it by myself, and I am, I don't know, 2/3 of the way through the second episode, the second season.
Yeah.
Oh man. But Roy Kent, I think, is probably one of my favorite characters of all time.
I mean, he's fucking brilliant. Like it's so good. It's so absolutely good. I'm curious to see like what they do with the third, because I think they said they were planning on the third to be it. Which is a shame because I feel like there is a lot more that they could do just in the realm of that world.
Sure.
Because what I wanted more than anything for the third season, or the like, for them to go back to the Premier League at the end of the second, which I'm not saying they do or don't, but for them to do that and then, or like win a major cup that would get them into the Europa League, because I wanted anything for like Ted to be traveling through Eastern Europe. Like I was like, that's just a perfect setting, because like you end up playing a lot of like Hungarian or like whatever league teams.
Yeah.
And I was like, that would just be absolutely amazing.
Yeah. All right. Here's what I think. Next week.
Okay.
Because our very first game was 5-3, wasn't it?
It might have been. I'd have to go back and check.
I think so. All right. Here's what I like to do. I want to stay with Pittsburgh.
I'm going to look and see who like, he obviously didn't like Nashville. Above that is Carolina Hurricanes and Vegas Golden Knights are your step-ups from there. Toronto Maple Leafs, Colorado Avalanche, Washington Capitals.
All right.
Those are your next 5 teams going up.
All right. Yeah, all right. Let's see. I like Pittsburgh, but they're not pulling the W. Okay, so here's what we'll do. We'll skip. Who's the next one? Carolina?
Carolina, yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll hop up to Carolina.
Which, I mean, they're in the same point total as Pittsburgh, so you might, if you want to go up a level, I would say your choices would be Vegas, Toronto, or Colorado. They're all 73s.
Okay. Sam again? Vegas.
Okay. Vegas, and then I will take my drop down is 2 points down to Anaheim at 62.
Okay. So Vegas, Colorado, and what was the other one? And Carolina were all in the same bracket, right?
It's Colorado, Toronto, and Vegas.
Oh, Colorado, Toronto, and Vegas. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. I don't know if I'm getting better. No, I'm not getting better. Or
the first game was tight.
It was tight. I think it's getting closer. It's getting more even. That second game, that was unexplainable.
There was a glitch involved there.
Yeah, for sure. All right.
We will see you all. Yeah, we will see you all next week on the rubber match. Goodbye.
Peace.